Yeah, so we're going to get right in here. Please, folks, everybody, put your nutbreads into chat. Donate $10 and get psyched for Amanda Lepre. Here she is.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. This is Bonus Stage's Oops, All Guitars, and my name is Amanda Lepre, and I am the guitar player in Descendants of Erdrick, the video game music tribute band, progressive metal VGM tribute band in Austin, Texas. However, before the start of Descendants of Erdrick, I had been performing as an acoustic singer-songwriter for several years. This is actually how I started performing. This was my introduction to being on stage, playing music in front of people. So this is actually the backstory to my guitar journey for Oops, All Guitars. I'm playing an acoustic set today, and I'll be showcasing a little bit of how I got started. So I am happy to be here, and I'm happy that y'all are here listening. So let's get started. Dreamt of San Pedro, just like I'd never gone. I knew the song, young girl with eyes like the desert. It all seems like yesterday, not far away. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the samba played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sting my eyes with Spanish lullaby. I fell in love with San Pedro. A warm wind carried on the sea. He called to me. Te dijo te amo. I prayed that the days would last. They went so fast. Tropical, the island breeze, all in nature wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the samba played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sting my eyes. Spanish lullaby. Called Slay the Dragon. Under the guide of the moonlight, to cross attack we ride. Under the guide of this kissing eye, in perfect time we stride. spirit trampled by a song. Heed my words, understand what I say. I know you've given your best. Join me and you will be enriched by the day. Take you now a long, 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 long rest. Yeah. Ooh, under the guide of the moonlight, in the midst of we ride. Under the guide of this cursed night, in constant time we stride. So please take mercy. We shall refuse to feel like him. Inject him with purity. We cannot let him win. No, we cannot let him win. Okay. Thank you very much. So, a long time ago, in my late teens, I started performing when I was 18. I'd been writing songs since maybe around age like 15 or 16. And two of the things that I love most in life are music and video games. And so I wanted to find ways to like incorporate video game melodies, or sometimes instead of melodies, maybe like a storyline or a piece of dialogue or something, and base maybe a song around that, covertly though, because I didn't want to tell people at the dive bars that I was writing a song about Dragon Warrior on the NES, because people in 2002 weren't really going to get that. So I was doing it covertly. And it turns out that I now know, first of all, that you all exist. And it is a wonderful, wonderful thing that we've all found each other. And that we can talk about video game music and perform it, and it's appreciated in that way. But also this concept of writing music and taking maybe a melody or a piece of dialogue or storyline about a video game there's a genre, and that genre is nerdcore. I now know this. So this is singer-songwriter nerdcore. And so that song, Slay the Dragon, I had written chunks of it throughout my teen years, actually. And I had finished it around age 20 or 21. And there are some actual lines of dialogue from Dragon Lord, from Dragon Warrior on the NES. So as early as 2000, 2001, I was writing nerdcore. And so I'm going to keep going. This next song is called Forest of Error, and this is from my album Beneath the Forest of Error. Yeah. Right at the bottom of night, I was lost. A perilous distraught, and taking my armor down, taking my armor down, down. Can you hear the sound? It echoes like a cry, dividing the night sky. And burn your bridges to the ground. All right. Sorry, I gotta click through some stuff. All right. Thank you very much. So, this song is called Undying Hero. Let me tune this low note. There we go. Alright, so this song is called Undying Hero. And I wrote this one a while back. And it's got, basically, I wrote this one about a couple of different scenes in Final Fantasy VI. My time is gone, the world is done. For the better good we must keep on. Ruins of what we could be, washed up on unfamiliar sand. And I wait for another day in this uncharted land. But I never want to make you cry. And for this reason I must survive. The world is misshapen, shifted by once balanced mind. And here I sing this song for you to reign, sunken by divine light. Worlds apart into the aftermath, we fell to dreary grounds. The masses like unforgiven, all their eyes are cast down. But I never want to make you cry. And for this reason I must survive. In my mind's eye, you are the reason I must survive. Tell the story again under the false moonlight. She sang Ave, Ave Maria. My time is gone. My time is gone, gone. Swan's dying song. Oh, my hero, so far. Oh, my hero, so far. But that was in darkest times, with minions disguised, and the power of persuasion will result in this rise. Cross crossing bridges over waters into a story once foreseen. You won't be doomed. Another day I will save you from this siege, but I never want to make you cry. And for this reason I must survive. In my mind's eye, you are the reason I must survive. All right, so I have my phone right here. My phone is just a tuner. It's just a tuner, and it's just picking up everything. And oh my god, it's distracting me. So I was like, I'm not gonna comment on this tuner, but I am. I'm like too distracted to actually even look at it. All right, there it is. E. Okay. All right, so that one was called Undying Hero. Those first three songs, Slay the Dragon, Forest of Error, and Undying Hero, those are all on an album of mine called Beneath the Forest of Error. It's from several years ago, and it is on Spotify, etc. So I've got a new batch of songs that I've been working on, and I haven't finished writing all of them, but I'm doing a batch of Chrono Trigger themed songs. And so this is one of them. This is called Judgment, and it's a little bit of what's going on during Chrono's trial. The days go by and the shadows move against the light, awaiting their escape. And I must confess the night, it brings visions only when I close my eyes. Wait never to be seen, and I must confess I'm bound by regret, incarcerated by this cowardice. The days go by, and there's no sense in wrestling against time. Its passage never waits, and I must confess my crime. Their gaze overlooks, 'cause all the world's a stage, and the final act awaits. And I must confess I'm bound by regret, incarcerated by this cowardice, to prove my innocence. judgment hammer down. All right, that one's called Judgment. That's a new song. That one has not been recorded. As I just said, I am working on a batch of Chrono Trigger themed songs. They have not been completed, and I'm still working on recording them. It's taken me a little while, but that is one of them. I do have a few more, and I'll do a few more in a little bit, but I wanted to actually do a few from... So basically, sometimes I perform with backing tracks. And this time I was like, nah, we're gonna do it old school. It's like I'm going to an open mic. And I'm like going up in front of like, 5 people at a bar at an open mic. And I'm just playing some acoustic songs. And so we're doing it this way. And this way I can do whatever I want, whether or not I have a backing track prepared for it. So this is, this one I wanted to do because of ActRaiser. So ActRaiser is one of my favorite games of all time. I never played it as a kid. I actually played it for the first time when I was like, I think like 22. And I loved it. And I was upset that I never played it as a kid. It's got that, quintet atmosphere. And it's a short game, and it's packed with a lot of existential it's got a lot of sadness, it's got a lot of very deep lore, and so there is a scene from the game that I really resonated with. And actually much later on, I want to say almost a decade later, I had arranged the Descendants of Erdrick version of ActRaiser, and I structured it a little bit of a similar way around this scene. So there's a scene with a man who dies in the desert, and the townspeople are so overcome with emotion about this man's sacrifice that they create something called music. They invent music. It's an item, and then you take it, and it's called harmonious music, and they compose a song for him. And so you use that item in other ways across other towns, and I thought that was amazing. And so when I first played this game when I was 22, I wanted to, again, covertly, this is before I knew about a video game music scene, or that there were people interested in, songs about video games. So I just sort of sprinkled some things into some original music. So this one is called The Gift, and I did what I could. So here we go. alive. And finally inspiration came, and leaving softer than a slide. It's time for us to sing with a renewed sense of optimism, evidence that music can cure us if we just give a listen. Blood pool, your citizens are welling with hatred, so sing a song for everyone to keep you untainted. Oh, how long have we waited? Blood pool, your citizens are welling with hatred. The red demon's lair has poisoned the sacred. Blood pool, your citizens are welling with hatred. The red demon's lair has poisoned the sacred. Daylight brings the sun to grant us life and take it away. Generations pass, the birth and the sacrifice. Blood pool, blood pool, blood pool. We present this gift for you. Blood pool, blood pool, blood pool. We present this gift for you. Blood pool, blood pool, blood pool. We present this gift for you. I am still waiting for a change, 'cause this is what makes me feel alive. And finally inspiration came, and leaving softer than a sigh, and leaving softer than a sigh, than a sigh, than a sigh. I have not performed that in a very long time. I actually do not know when the last time is that I performed that, because I had to practice that one a lot. I did not remember how it went. So thank you all very much. Again, that one is called The Gift. I have an album called Beneath the Forest of Error, and a lot of these older songs are on that album. And then I've got a few new ones, and these are Chrono Trigger related. Speaking of one of those, I will go ahead and play a Chrono Trigger themed song. This one is called Vortex. It's another one that I had to kind of relearn. I have not used this capo yet at all. Crazy. I'm usually like, okay, you know, how many have I? No, I haven't. I have not used this capo. It's just been sitting right here this whole time. All right. Okay. So yeah, Vortex. I do have an acoustic. I should not even call it that, because the song itself is just acoustic. A demo, not an acoustic demo. Well, it's acoustic, but it's not like acoustic is a signifier of anything. But I do have a demo that I had recorded many years ago on my Bandcamp. So yeah, this one is this one's based off of Silent Light, and this is a fun one. This one was a fun one to figure out how to piece together. Sinking through me, overflow, consume me, cannot breathe. Drowning me, cannot speak in silence, so hold me close and swallow it down into the unknown. Drifting slowly for centuries, exposing all the fears we've pushed away beyond these lonely gates, traversing through the void of space. I cannot breathe. Gravity drowning me, I cannot speak in silence, so hold me close and start pretending we still don't know. Wash my pain under the waves. Take my hand. I cannot, I cannot breathe. Gravity drowning me, cannot speak in silence, so hold me close, swallow it down and Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have one more song. One more song, and that song requires tuning. So, gotta bring back my phone. And the thing is that, like, I can't talk and do this at the same time because it's on a microphone. So I hope that all of you are having fun so far. There are some very good acts to follow. And I am, again, very, very lucky that I'm on this bill because I respect all of the different other Oops All guitarists out there. And you all are phenomenal. Mega Beardo is on the bill, and I'm super excited for Mega Beardo. I sang a song with Mega Beardo on his Belmont 2. Any opportunity that I get to talk about Mega Beardo and his Belmont albums, I will do that. So y'all should check it out. Where is it? See, a long time ago when, again, like I said, I started as a singer-songwriter, and then I had to kind of like reverse engineer my guitar playing and learn how to play metal, in like an electric guitar setting. And, well, hey, I'm doing my best in Descendants of Erdrick. I'm very proud of all the progress that I've made as a guitar player on a 7-string ESP. There it is. That's wrong. But anyway, I used to never change tunings besides like a drop D, because not only was I taking up precious time during the open mic, I would break strings all the time. And then they'd go out of tune. But hey, we're starting with the experimental tuning. So this is one more song. This one is called Trigger Point, to accompany my Chrono Trigger themed my Chrono Trigger themed songwriting. So here we go. Thank you very much. Bonus stage. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And stick around for more Oops All Guitars.
Dang, Amanda, holy shit. That was incredible. What a way to just like close it on such a strong note. That was amazing. And and I think okay. So Amanda, you're connecting here. Just let me double check that we've got the signal correct. Can you give me a check?
Sure.
Okay, let me just make sure that we've got the right source here. All right, give me some signal again.
All right. Hello,
Yes.
everyone. Hello. Check.
All right, we have
Hello.
checked it. We've checked it out. We have checked ourselves before we have wrecked ourselves, and I think we are all solid to go here. Oh my God, Amanda, that was a solid set. Oh, I love
Thank
that you
you.
brought your acoustic energy and brought some singing. That's not something we get here on bonus stage very often, but
Okay. Well, when you had talked to me about this showcase, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do what is natural and comfortable for me, which is, to be honest, what you all just heard. That is in my most comfort zone that I have as a performer, which is not something that a lot of people know about me. So I'm happy. I'm so happy that you had me on to perform.
Yeah, me too. I had to look it up because I've been like, damn, when is the last time that we had Amanda on the show? It's been a couple of years. Uh, but you've been keeping pretty busy yourself. I think you said that you have a gig tonight with Descendants of Erdrick. Is that right?
I do, yes. And I said, okay, no, I was going to make this work. I was going to find a way, and we did it.
Yeah, you did it. You did it. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to have you
Thank
here
you.
as part of the show today. I just wanted to rewind a little bit because we are featuring all guitarists here, and I do want to get a little bit more in depth with everybody about kind of like their guitar journey. And you did mention a little bit at the start of your set, but I wanted to go back even further and just kind of ask, like, if you recall the moment when you said to yourself, you know what, I want to pick up that instrument and I want to learn how to play it.
Yes. And I don't know, I'm sure every one of you is going to say something similar, but I was 13 and I so I was 13 in 1997, and that was right around the heyday of a lot of very talented female singer-songwriters from the 90s. I'm going to like rattle off some names. My first inspiration for this acoustic style that you all are hearing is Ani DeFranco. If any of you have heard a song of hers, you'll probably spot it instantly, but she's incredibly gifted and very unique in her style, and I just sort of learned that kind of by accident. And so that's sort of why I play the way I do. It's percussive and very I have a lot of short staccato stops in a lot of what I'm doing, thanks to her uh her guitar influence. There's also Tori Amos, piano player, but still Alanis Morissette. A lot of those artists. I just really wanted to pick up a guitar and learn how to play those songs and how to sing. So that was it.
Right on. And did you start on acoustic?
Yes, I did. However, I also had an electric guitar with a little practice amp that my parents got me at like Guitar Center, and I would play in my room on the little amp. And I also really liked Metallica. I don't know how I like connected with Metallica and not like that was like the only metal band that I like really got into. And so I like printed Master of Puppets tabs from like 1999,
Oh
and
my
then I
God.
would just sit there and try to figure out how to, play it. And then I learned what palm muting was, and so I liked metal, but I didn't really know how to play it that well, or even how do I join a band? I'm 15 years old. How do I need to buy an amp? What do I do? And so I just never pursued that. I just stuck with acoustic for the most part until I was about 24. or 23 when I went ahead and took the dive and decided, no, for real this time, I really do want to start a video game music cover band. I really do want to start Descendants of Erdrick. It had been in the back of my mind ever since I had heard the mini bosses. And I always thought, I don't know how to play electric guitar. I don't know how I'm going to learn how to do this. Everyone else is so good. I don't know. Like, how am I going to learn? How am I going to get good? So I just took the plunge and tried to learn and bought an amp. And so that's DOE began. And that was when I actually started learning electric guitar for real.
Wow. The language that you're using talking about learning guitar, it makes it sound like you're self-taught. Is that correct?
Yes, I am. I was taught by tabs on the internet in the early 2000s, which are text files, and also if I had a friend who knew what they were doing, I would just ask them a million questions. Just, how are you doing that? What are you doing? Why
You
are
were
you
that
putting your
friend.
hands there?
Yeah.
And that's how I learned.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah. Shane's like, I had the good old days. I also remember lots of those early tabs and like, oh God, just trying to learn stuff. And you know, the hard thing about tabs is you don't get like the rhythm. You still have to like reference the songs that you're trying to learn and stuff too. So
Yeah, that's
it's
true. Or
extra
where to
extra
put your
challenge.
fingers. What fingers are you using?
Yeah, what's the hand position
I
here?
guess.
Yeah. Oh my
Mhm.
God. Well, and especially, I think you mentioned something about it during your set as well. Just like, especially being self-taught, like making that transition from acoustic to electric, where you know you have like a huge difference in like how much force you're using, not only on your picking
Yes.
string hands, but your
Um,
fretting hands.
yes. So there's something about that that's kind of subtle that I wanted to bring up, which is whenever a lot of guitar players, and there are a lot of guitar players right now in the chat and who are going to be performing, and so you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But on acoustic, the goal is as many strings as you can, as many open strings as you can. Make it sound messy. That's the goal. You wanna get your sound real big because you're by yourself. You want to hit those open strings whenever you can. That is not necessarily how it works on electric guitar, and it took me a while, and to this day, I still incorporate a little bit of that, but I've had to kind of, like I said, reverse engineer how I learn how to play. It's a lot of like, I'm just going to do a strong hammer on and just hit really hard and play as many strings as I can. It's like, well, wait, no, you can play this melody without hitting any open strings. In fact, that's probably better in situations like that. Another thing that happened, this is very specific. One of the first times I ever performed on a stage playing electric guitar, I so when I play acoustic, I part of the way that I do it is I use my right arm to kind of sometimes hit the body
Mm.
of the instrument for like a percussive sound sometimes, like while strumming. And so I was like, that's my my it's sort of like a repetitive thing that I would do all the time, and it was muscle memory. And so I was trying to do that on an electric guitar, and obviously that's not how it works. And so I was just like doing it anyway, and then the next day I had a bruise on my forearm
Oh no.
from trying to do that. So I guess I just want to like share with you all those were the quirks that I went through to learn how to transition and learn this, which it's technically the same instrument, but you approach it in a very different way.
Yeah, you have to be a lot more subtle and just really reel it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes the least amount of movement is better, and I'm still over here sometimes just playing to a metronome, trying to like do like little exercises and taking my time in small movements, and that's very hard for me still to this day. So I've become a better guitar player on electric than I've ever been in my life. It is a journey. It's taken me a while to get there.
Oh, amazing. Well, really glad to get you on acoustic for today, and to show you off in your element. That was it's always nice, and
Thank
I
you. Well,
would
I'm
love
glad
to
that
get
you
the
all were
accent.
able to hear it. It takes me such a long time to write songs, and really, DOE is sort of that's the group that people really want to hear it, and I am very fortunate for that. But it sometimes kind of pushes aside how I prioritize what I'm doing as far as my creativity, because I have creativity in that band. I arrange everything. I write all of the transitions and how things are done. Um, and then there's also this type of creativity as well, and trying to learn how to figure out how to allocate my my mental resources. So well, I don't want to take up much more of your time, but there's one more thing I wanted to bring up. I had talked about how I had been writing songs that had subtle references to games since the beginning of when I started writing songs, when I was like, I don't know, 15 in high school. I was just trying to write little songs here and there. Um, and so I thought about a way to describe that, and that would be nerd coded, right? So let's say that
Yeah.
I'm like, at a bar and I'm 20 and it's 2004 and I'm playing, my song about FF6. And I saw in the chat that y'all were saying, like, man, I would have it would have been crazy if I had heard this back then.
Yep.
That's what nerd coded is. It's like, it's the subtle thing where, oh, if you know, then you know. And so that term I'm actually stealing from a term called queer coding, which is what
Yes. Yeah.
they used to do in the 90s, where they would, write a TV show like Xena, for example,
Oh
and they
yeah.
were queer coding, some gayness in there, and maybe to the average watcher, didn't really pay attention to it. But like, if you were gay, it's like, oh yeah, I know what's going on here. So I'm stealing, I'm stealing a little bit of that terminology here, and just like it's kind of the same thing, honestly. You got to look at it in the same way, and that was important to me. I had always hoped that somebody would come up to me afterwards and be like, was that about Final Fantasy?
You'd be like,
Sometimes
yes. Oh
it
my
would
god.
happen. Those were such great moments.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I love that, and thankfully, nerd culture. At least here on bonus stage, we don't have to code it very hard at all.
Oh no, this is
But
fantastic. And also I realized that this genre, which I don't really even know how I fit even as an acoustic guitarist, because I used to play a lot of acoustic showcases very early on, before I had started DOE. I was like 19 or 20. And even my style, I just didn't fit with a lot of their styles. And sometimes they just like didn't know when to book me on the bill, or where do you stick her, because she's the one who writes like 5-minute songs with like crazy strumming and like riffs in them and like short punchy starts and stops, and like other people weren't really doing that. So I had a hard
opener.
time back then, and so I feel like none of that matters here. None of it. You all just enjoy it, and that's really all I want. Like, you all enjoy what I'm doing. It does not matter what like specific acoustic singer-songwriter vibe I'm giving off. You know what I mean? It's all something that is appreciated. So I am beyond grateful that somehow we all kind of gravitated and found each other in some way.
Absolutely. I love the future for nerds. It's great for us out
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Amanda. I think we're
Okay.
going to have to cut things off there, but I'm really glad you were able to squeeze something together for bonus stage here today, and have a great time at your gig tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll catch you next time. Take care.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye. Oh, awesome, folks. That's Amanda Lepre. There's all the love in chat. We are a little bit behind. I've got Lorenzo looking good, so I'm just going to check in and make sure he's good to go. Folks, thanks for being here. If you're new to Bonus Stage, welcome. We put on regular concerts here for the nerd music scene, be they VGM or otherwise, and we're really glad to be putting on this show here today. If you would like to support the artists who are performing, please use that donate command. There's a link there. You can go and send in a little tip, and you'll get a nice little jingle that sounds something like this.
Donate $10 to the arts today.
God, I love that jingle. But yeah, I'm going to go check in with Lorenzo, and we'll get him on as soon as we can. So I'll be back in a little minute.